not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you.
Okay guys, you made it through part 1 if you're looking at this video. Now it's time for part 2. It was a long night, but let's see how it ended. Bye. Okay y'all, so I did take the cheese out of the freezer before I got ready to do this. Now you want these to have a little bit of thickness to them, and I'm just checking to see if this is the right knife. So far it seems okay. You can use a wider cheese, but this is what I'm using, and this is about thick as I'm making them. My husband will probably eat them, my daughter eat them. Y'all, I really do not eat mozzarella sticks. And if I tell y'all that I probably only really tasted mozzarella sticks one time in my life, y'all probably will not believe me. Because the first time I tasted them, I think my taste buds did not like Italian breadcrumbs. So I did not like them, so I never tasted them again. It's just something about mozzarella sticks. Like, I love pasta and red sauce, but I'm just not a mozzarella stick person. Now I'm gonna try them tonight when I make them. I'm not really a big heat person, especially since they're gonna be Nashville hot. However, we're gonna try it. Y'all, I let time get away from me tonight. I was busy this afternoon. There's a lot going on. And I just kind of let time get away from me. So I'm getting a late start, which is why I'm just like not making the chicken nuggets, because you got to let them sit in the freezer for like an hour. These here, you're supposed to let sit in the freezer, but we're not doing all that tonight. We're going to I'm gonna let them do what it do, and then we get them out. And that's going to be that. Okay? So that's what we're doing. And the sliders are going to be the easiest thing to make. I made that one a little small, but you know. So that's why I don't have to season that right now, because that's going to be the easiest thing on the menu tonight. And then we're going to get all of this stuff together. The Southwest egg rolls are one of my favorites. I'm kind of making different things that all of us like tonight. My husband, he can go either way. He's not a big fan of too much. But, you know. So we're going to go ahead and get these in. I'm going to get the egg batter, the flour, and so we need egg batter, flour, and I've got the breadcrumbs right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that together, and we'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. So I've got 3 eggs here that I'm beating. Like stirring, not beating, but beating. Just getting those together. And I've got some flour here in my big bowl. I've got some breadcrumbs here, and I did use Italian breadcrumbs. You can use plain breadcrumbs. Some people use panko. I'm not using that tonight, but you can. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out sliced mozzarella. We're gonna stir it up in the flour. So I'm gonna put a couple of pieces here in the flour. Let's just go ahead and get them in there. Get them in, we can get them out. So we're gonna go ahead and get those in there. And I'm using self-rising flour. Simply because if I'd have used all-purpose, it wouldn't have had like no taste to it unless I would have put some salt and baking powder in it. So I just went ahead and got self-rising flour because it already has that in there. And this is what the first piece looks like. We're gonna put it inside that egg. Okay, let that drop off. Then we're gonna put it inside that breadcrumb. Get it nice and coated. Now you can put it back inside the egg. That's what I'm doing to this one. And then we're gonna put it back inside the breadcrumbs. Okay, and I've got my flat rack here because we're gonna put them on that. And then we're going to get them over into that freezer, okay? We're going to let them sit in the freezer for a little bit. And I'm going to keep doing that to all of them. And then we will be back. And this is what it looks like. I'm sorry. It's nice and coated, okay? We'll be back. Okay, guys. So I went ahead and Got all of the mozzarella sticks, what do you call it, dredged? I don't know what you call it. I got all the breadcrumbs and the flour and everything all together. So it's battered and it's actually in the freezer right now. And I am starting on the ground beef for the sliders. I'm going in with some garlic powder, some black pepper. And again, I'm using about 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I did buy from the butcher. And typically what I do is I buy a few pounds of it and then I just put it in the freezer in separate bags. That way when I'm taking it out, I don't have to take out a whole lot at a time. So we're getting our Morton seasonal, some garlic powder, and some McCormick black pepper. And we're just gonna go ahead and get all of this mixed in together. Get it combined, that's what I'm looking like. And I'm probably gonna end up putting a little bit more seasoning oil in there, just to make sure it's got good flavor, because you know once you start frying it, a lot of that flavor start to fry off and turns into, what do you call it? The juice? I don't know, what do you call it? You know what I'm talking about, y'all. It's late and I'm be honest with you, y'all, I'm tired. But I done started, so now I gotta commit to it. But we are just making these into sliders. So I'm gonna show y'all how we gotta make them. Just into some sliders. I'm probably gonna make about 8 sliders because tonight is Friday and I ain't cooking the rest of the weekend. So we're gonna go ahead and get this out the way now because your girl is, I'm tired. We're gonna go ahead and get these into slider type form because hamburgers do draw up when you cook it, and this is 80-20. So I'm gonna make them about this size right here. Look almost like little smash burgers, but they're not. They sliders. And by the time they finish drawing up, they're gonna be bun size. The bun's not that big. I actually got Hawaiian slider rolls. See that right there? I'm just gonna get these all folded out. I can't cut the camera off until I finish because I got these gloves on and I don't want the stuff to get on the camera, so I gotta commit to it, okay? We're just getting all of these out. And again, because I am making them in slider form, this is what they're looking like, okay? Not too big, but when they draw up, they'll be just right for the bun. And I'm gonna try to get 8. Looks like I may not get but 7, but I'm gonna shoot for 8. Let's see if we can do it. Can we do it? We got 5. Let's see. Let's make 6. And you can put an egg in it if you want to keep your meat combined together. It's solely up to you. I didn't, but I'm also using really good meat from the butcher, so it was not an absolute must that it stays together just fine. We got that. Okay, I was able to get 8. 2 gonna be real skimpy looking, but we was able to get 8 out of it. So now I'm gonna get these ready. I'm gonna get these fried up. Before I fry up the mozzarella sticks, but we're gonna go ahead and get the egg rolls put together and we'll be back in time to start the egg rolls. Okay guys, I am back and I've got our tortillas out. What I did was I did a little egg wash with some egg and just a little bit of water, and I am using kind of large tortillas. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take some of the filling just like this, put it in the middle of it. And you can use whatever size tortillas you want. I'm using, the one I'm using is kind of, it says it's large. It doesn't look that large, but it says that it is. And we're just gonna use about 1.5 forks full. We're gonna take it and fold it like this because it is, for the longest time, I used to think that they used egg rolls, but come to find out they was actually using tortillas. I don't know why I thought it was egg rolls, but I did think it was egg rolls. And you're gonna fold it. Let me see, y'all. I gotta show y'all the next one because it's not down low enough. Okay. So, I'm gonna fold it over. And we're gonna roll it. And we're gonna take some of that egg wash. I should have got my little brush. And we're gonna put it on the ends like that. And we're gonna fold it over. We're gonna fold it till it locks. I'll put a little bit on the outside. You see that? This is what it's looking like. This is what we want it to look like. So we're gonna fold them over here. Let me get something to put these on. Alright. So we're gonna put this on this. And I'm gonna put it on the bottom here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fold one more so y'all can see how I do it. Like this right here. Take it. Take our filling. Put it right there in the middle. And we're gonna push it back just a little bit there. Fold the corners like this. Then we're gonna roll. Roll and tuck. Roll and tuck. We'll take the egg wash. Place it right there. I have a brush that I would typically do this with. I don't know why I didn't grab the brush, y'all. But that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit on the outside so that it sticks good, okay? So this is what it looks like. And we're gonna go ahead and get all of these rolled out. I got 8 tortillas. Whatever filling I don't use, I'm gonna put it in the deep freezer for a later day. Put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the deep freezer. I'll be back. Okay guys, I am back. So we finally got everything in order. I got everything wrapped up. I've got everything seasoned up. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. And now we're just gonna, I just put just a little bit of oil in the pan so we can get the hamburgers fried up. I'm just putting a little bit in there. Now this is canola oil. I got it on sale. And it heats up very fast, so I'm not gonna use a whole lot of it. But I did use some just to coat the bottom of my pan. And then we're gonna go ahead and get these hamburgers fried up. Come out, give me a glass plate, please. And then we're gonna get the mozzarella stick fried. Then the last thing I'm gonna fry the, thank you. I'm gonna fry these hamburgers. And then I'm gonna fry those egg rolls, the Southwest egg rolls. Y'all can tell I'm tired, y'all. I'm not enthused. And I hate shooting this video when I'm just kind of like, oh my God. But y'all, it's been a long day and I'm tired. And I've been promising my family for a week that I was going to cook this. And it was getting ready to expire in the refrigerator. So I really had no choice but to cook it tonight. But we're going to go ahead and get these burgers fried. This is what they look like. And they're going to fry down to the size of those buns. So we ain't worried about that part. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna get these fried up. It don't take but 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm able to get 6 of them in my frying pan. I'm using my big frying pan, so I'm able to get 6 of them in there. And hamburgers make their own grease, so I did not have to make, that's why I put just a little bit of grease in that pan. And the rolls that I'm using, the sliders, are the Pepperidge Farms Sweet Hawaiian slider buns, okay? And I am going to put those in the oven and let those toast a little bit. And then once I put the cheese and everything back on the sliders, excuse me, I'm going to put them in the oven on broil and let that toast and the cheese melt, okay? So we're going to go ahead, get these burgers fried up. Y'all, if I had to tell y'all how to fry burgers, just let me know. I will make a separate video. You fry these to whatever you like. If I like mine well done. My daughter likes hers kind of medium. My husband likes his kind of medium. So I'm going to fry some of them with just an inch of being done so that they can like it. I think they're carnivores, but you know, who am I to decide? So I'm trying to make this video too long. So I'm going to go ahead and get these fried up and then we'll be back. Okay guys, so I got my little pan out here and I am putting some sharp cheddar and I got some monster cheese that we're going to put on the sliders. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get those in the oven and let them go ahead and get nice and toasty. And then I'm going to put the meat on there because it is almost done. I'm going to put the meat on there. And then we are going to put the top on them. Once the meat goes on them, we'll put the top on them and put them back up in the oven and let that melt. Okay? So again, I'm using a combination of sharp cheddar as well as monster cheese. Okay? So I just wanted y'all to see me putting them in the oven. And I'm going to let them toast for a few minutes. The sliders are almost done. This is what they look like. And see how I told y'all they did shrivel up into the size of the bun? So that's what they're doing. They're almost done. They literally just got like a minute left. And I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven. And once I put the top on there, then I'll baste it with probably some butter and put it back in the oven, okay? So we're going to get those in there and we'll be back. Okay, guys. So I went ahead and let the bottom bun toast a little bit. And I did sit the burgers upon some paper towels to drain some of that grease off of it. And I'm just putting them on top of the sliders now. Now these cook down perfectly. I do mean perfectly. So they're going on top. And what I did was I mixed up some butter with some parsley for color, for decoration, or whatever you want to say. Got the top buns here. Got the bottom buns here. And we're going to go over the top with some butter and parsley. Y'all, I don't know if parsley really tastes like anything because I've always just used it for decoration. Y'all tell me if it tastes like something. I never really, you know, found it to taste like nothing. I'll ask my husband later. He knows this type of stuff. I'll ask him if it tastes like something. But yeah, we're just getting these toasted. I've got the oven set to broil at 500 degrees. Get these in there. You can cover these up with aluminum foil if you want to. I'm not. I'm just going to let them go like they are. And then we shall be back. But this is what they look like going in the oven. The parsley. You see that? Alright, we that much closer to almost being done. I'm gonna get my grease together. Fry up my tortillas, shells, and we'll be back. Y'all, I did have to crank out in Alani at 10 o'clock because your girl just went woo. But we'll be back. Okay guys, so this is what the sliders came out like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them into individual slices. So we're going to have 8 sliders. This is what they look like, y'all. They look so good. And that's with the butter and parsley on top. So these are done. Now I'm going to get to frying the egg rolls. And then the mozzarella sticks will be last. So let's get it.